An in-principle agreement was made with the combined rail unions in the Fair Work Commission last Friday, 30th of May, for Sydney Trains and New South Wales Trainlink workers. The only step left is for union members to vote on whether or not they accept the agreement. The combined rail unions, including several unions led by the Rail, Tram and Bus Union, including the Australian Services Union, the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union, Professionals Australia, the Australian Workers Union, and represented ably by Unions New South Wales as well, were involved in the negotiations. The agreement, they are not part of the combined rail unions. The agreement involves a 12% pay rise over the next 3 years, plus 4% back pay for the last year, effectively making it a 16% pay rise over 4 years. Workers will be back paid to 1 May 2024, which is the date when the previous agreement expired. In addition to this pay rise, several improvements to workers' conditions and the efficiency and reliability of the network will be implemented. Significantly, a digital disruption management system will be developed to better respond to times during incidences, enabling trains to get running again more quickly. Currently, responses to incidents are organised through paper systems and phone calls, so a digital system will make the process much faster. I note that other technologies are also set to be introduced to ensure our rail network can bounce back faster from disruptions. These changes will benefit commuters and workers alike. The method of consultation on new fleets, systems and infrastructure projects will also be remedied for efficiency, providing a mechanism for unions to escalate concerns gradually to subject matter experts when safety concerns are raised about a project. This is to stop a situation where consultation can go on for years and years without resolution. When negotiations first started in 2023, the unions were seeking a 32% pay increase over 4 years. The government counter-offered with 15% over 4 years and ultimately has agreed to 16% over 4 years. That is 4% for last year and 12% over the next 3 years. The additional 1% is being funded through a measure in the agreement negotiated through the Minns Labor Government's Mutual Gains Bargaining Framework. Over the course of the new agreement, Sydney Trains and New South Wales Trainlink will combine to become one entity, again in pursuit of creating a more efficient network. The Rail, Tram and Bus Union Secretary Toby Warne said, and I quote, "All our rail workers ever wanted was an agreement that provides commuters with the safe and reliable rail network they deserve, and workers with the fair wages and conditions that they deserve. This agreement is an excellent win for workers and the public. I commend the work of the unions and the Minister for making this possible, and I hope to see a positive response from the union membership vote in due course." And yet another quote, Madam Deputy President, from the Secretary of the RTBU. "Our rail workers have been on the receiving end of some atrocious abuse throughout this process, but they've always held strong, knowing that at the end of the day, securing an agreement that ensures commuters get a safe railway and workers get fair wages and conditions is what is important." And as I said, I think earlier this week, Madam Deputy President, this is a Labor government which was elected on a core platform of restoring wages to frontline workers and the public sector in general. And we have delivered the overwhelming majority of those promises. There are a few outstanding disputes. Nurses and psychiatrists come to mind, but overwhelmingly, the promises that we made have been delivered. Instead of the approach which was adopted by the previous government, which was a different approach and entirely from their political and philosophical perspective, it's their right to do that and bring that to the electorate, which is what they did. The selling of public assets and the importation of infrastructure from overseas at the deprioritisation of jobs and local economic growth. What we've done here is reward the public sector and bring things back in-house so that we can have a strong New South Wales economy and jobs growth into the future. I want to commend the union for their outcome and the government for negotiating a good deal.